it's me with another video, and this time I thought we might do some planning regarding the books I'm about to be reading, because I want to choose my books a little more mindfully now that it is already May when you see this. So the year is going by so fast, for me at least. I don't know how you feel, but I feel that I have not achieved the amount of reading I would have liked to achieve. I only read 5 books, I think, if you don't count audiobooks. And it has been a ride, I would say. You have seen my reviews for a lot of the books I've read. Out of the 5, I think you've seen 3. I also read The Night Circus, didn't like it. Maybe it was the translation's fault. I read it in German. I just thought nothing happens. For me, there was not even that much character development to go through, and the whole time I was just waiting for something huge to happen, but it didn't. So yeah, that was a little disappointing, and that's the book I started my year with, so I think that kind of set the tone for my desire to read lately. It has changed. I have read some good books, but now that it's spring and it's getting a little warmer outside, and the days feel they feel longer because it's light outside and it's not dark when I have to stop working. So I think that's a good time for reading. And yeah, I just thought we might share some thoughts about the books I should be reading during the next time. So yeah, hope you enjoy. First book I want to read actually is not here behind me, because I have already put it next to my bed on my nightstand, which is Bunny. I know that a few videos ago I said that I would maybe wait until fall to read it, but honestly I just want to read it. I have heard so many things about it and I just want to try it out for myself. So Bunny will definitely be the first book I will be reading. If you don't know what it is about, it is a dark academia story about a society about a group of girls in university who call each other Bunny, but it kind of takes a turn and they start doing like satanic rituals and it goes crazy apparently. So yeah, I'm quite excited. It's going to be the first one I pick up. But for another thing, I thought it would be quite nice to pick up some classic literature again, because I read some classic literature pieces last year and I loved it, and I haven't touched anything like it so far this year. So I think I will be reading, wait a second, I have it in German, but it's East of Eden by John Steinbeck. And I actually bought it because Emma Chamberlain has read it and loved it, and then I saw Anne Carly read it because Emma Chamberlain read it and she loved it, so I bought it last year sometime. I actually think I got this as a birthday present from my mom, but I'm not sure. But I think so. At least we bought it because we both wanted to read it, so that's why it's in German. It's a story about a family and basically the whole life story of the family, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's a family story, and it is oriented in the Bible's story of Cain and Abel, but here they are Aaron and Caleb, brothers having some issues, you know, and I'm quite excited. I'm a little scared that I will not like it because, running gag, I still haven't finished reading Gone with the Wind. I started it in April last year. Never finished it. It's right there. I even put it back on my bookshelf because I didn't feel like reading it. So I'm a little scared this will happen with East of Eden too, but let's all keep our fingers crossed that I will like this book. Okay, so far we have Dark Academia going crazy, what the fuck am I reading book, and we have one piece of classic literature. So I think a third aspect of me reading during the months of May and June maybe screams of fantasy. So I'm going to read, the first book hasn't arrived yet, I ordered it, but it's not there yet. I want to read the Gilded Wolves series. I, as I said, only have the second and the third book with me right now. It's the Bronzed Beasts and the Silvered Serpents. And Carrie Can Read talked so much about this book series and that she actually loved it and that she even liked the second book more than the first one, I think. And it has to do with a magic system and the city of Paris, and it's apparently a very beautiful setting. Actually, let's look up the description of the Gilded Wolves together right now. Okay, so yeah, and now I remember why I wanted to pick it up, because it has a similar vibe to Six of Crows. It's also a group of 6 outcasts who have to perform a heist. They have to steal something from a fair because it will bring back something. And they all have different special abilities. And yeah, I'm quite excited, and I think this is definitely on my list. I'm thinking about bringing the first one, so the Gilded Wolves, with me on my trip. I'm taking a trip to the sea with my mom in 2 weeks for a few days, and our goal is just to sit there, look at the sea and read. So yeah, this is also kind of me thinking about which book to bring, and maybe I will bring 2 so that I can either alternate or see what I feel more drawn to. So I think I will bring East of Eden and I will bring the Gilded Wolves. Yeah, so actually these were all the books I have thought about already that I want to read, which are already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. So 5 books should be enough for, I think, for me for 1 month. Or let's say 2 months. So let's give me time until the end of June to read these 5 books, but I'm very excited. And now let's pick up some audiobooks to read, to listen to while I do other stuff like cleaning or something, for example. And I will put on my screen recording so you can have a look with me. And we can take a look together. As you can see right here, I started listening to the Hating Game. I'm not a fan up until now. I'm not that far in. As you can see, I have listened to 16 minutes, so maybe I'm being a little harsh, but I don't think this is the one for me. So let's see. I would like to listen to something in English, I think. So let's go to the English part. English subtitles. Oh, maybe we can browse through that one. Love and Other World, The Unhoneymoon. I've heard about that. People liked it. It has a lot of good reviews. Let's put that to my bookshelf. As I said in my last video, I think it's the easiest to listen to romance books because you don't have to focus on the plot that hard, like you have with a fantasy, for example, because you have to understand sometimes the magic system, the world building, where the different places are, what they are called, and that, to me at least, I have to see the words and remember them and not only hear them because I will not listen very closely. So yeah, They Both Die at the End, also a very hyped TikTok book. But let's just put it on my shelf. I feel like I have to. Like I have to listen to it. Sorcery of Thorns. I have heard great things about it, but that's the thing. I don't know if it's a good idea to listen to a fantasy, but we can give it a try. I like that I don't have to go somewhere to pick up a book because I don't like reading ebooks. I know it's better for the environment, it is easier. I can just either purchase them or borrow them from a library and have them on my tablet or my phone, but I like to have a feeling of the book in my hand and turning the page. Maybe it's a me problem, but I prefer physical copies of books. So I like that I can just try out popular books on this app. Why am I showing this to the camera? You can see my screen. Is anything... The Spanish Love Deception. Also a book that was very hyped, but I have heard very mixed reviews about it. Love, hate and clickbait does not sound like something I want to listen to. These Hollow Vows. Heard some things about this book as well. Cruel Prince meets A Court of Thorns and Roses. In this sexy, action-packed fantasy about a girl who is caught between two treacherous fairy courts and their dangerously seductive princes. Oh, this is this book! Ah, okay. No, I want to listen to that. I want to give it a try. I loved The Cruel Prince. I really liked it. As I read it, I was like, oh no, it's okay, but after some time has passed and I have not read anything like this genre in a long time, I really miss reading like fairy fantasy young adult stories. Really like them. I think one of my favorite genres. I think we have enough, you know? I now have the ability to choose. Why are there so many books? Oh, I already put a lot of books in here. Crying in H. Mart. I wanted to read it for a long time. But not now, I think. Let's just focus on either Sorcery of Thorns and These Hollow Vows as fantasy to listen to, and The Unhoneymooners and They Both Die at the End. I think these are the 4 books I will try out in the next couple of weeks. So there we have it. We have looked for things I can be reading during the next couple of weeks, months. Let's see how much time it will take me to do so. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was just a little quick video to spend some time with you. Maybe you get some inspiration what you want to read next. You can gladly tell me which book you're reading currently and what you will be reading next, so that I can get some inspiration as well. I know I have a lot of unread books in my bookshelf. If you see my last haul, you know exactly how many. But I'm always looking for a new inspiration, because, you know, buying books, that's a thing I learned as well. It's not that they will go bad or that they are wasted. It's just you have to be in a certain type of mood to read a specific book. And if you have it in your bookshelf and someday you feel comfortable reading it, then you can. That's, for example, with me and my Tolstoy books you can see up there. Never touched them, but I feel that someday the book will tell me that I'm ready to read it, so I can pick it up. And yeah, I just love having them here behind me. I love looking at them. So I'm very happy that I own them. Let's just leave it at that. But I hope, yeah, you enjoyed this little video, and I hope the next one will be a little more special. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.